Continuing here in Indianapolis at the 96th International Convention of FMCA, I'm with Rick Crower from Blue Ox. Rick, good to see you.
Very good to see you.
How you doing?
Sir? I'm doing great.
You know what caught my eye today? The color of this tow bar. Tell me about this. This is something that's relatively new.
It is.
And I thought it was a showpiece, but this is actually the color it's going to be.
This is actually the color. The reason that we chose this color is because it matches about 85% of the paint schemes that are out there in the market today. And it's so relative to the end user, they want that color match on that motorhome, just like color match on everything else.
Absolutely.
So that's why we chose that.
Well, it's a beautiful piece of machinery. Now I see it's a little bit bigger, so what's the rating on this?
This is a 10,000 pound tow bar, Gary. We've made some great improvements over our previous line. Just for ease of convenience for our customers.
Well, what are some of the improvements you just mentioned?
Great, we'll go through that. As the cars get wider in the front end, the base plates get wider, so we've had to make a longer tow bar to accommodate those, which gives them better turning radius.
Sure.
Okay, so we extended this tow bar by 2 inches over our previous line that we still build, okay? And, you know, the customers have always wanted a pressure-free latch.
Now, what does that mean? Explain that.
What that means is when they get ready to unhook at the campground, that there's no binding up in the latches.
So if you're off level or maybe jammed up to
Correct,
the
or
motorhome?
parked at an angle to the back of the motorhome.
Yeah.
In the past, the latches have bound up. They've had to fight and fidget with those. So we designed a latch that no matter what the pressure is on the back of that, they can still get out, push the release handle, and away they go.
Without having to move either vehicle.
Absolutely, makes it
That's
very
outstanding.
simple for the customer. But probably one of the coolest features that we implemented in this new tow bar is our current line has a storage pin that has a slot it has to go into to store.
Right.
And some of the older folks struggle with that a little bit because they've got to wiggle the tow bar.
Are you looking at me when you say older folks? Is that what you're talking about?
I am.
Okay.
And myself. So with that, we wanted to make it as easy as possible for them to use it. So what we did in the new tow bar is instead of having a storage pin, which would normally be here and fall into a slot to store the tow bar, is we designed 2 ears.
Ah, I see what it does. Okay.
Yeah. So when you lift the tow bar up, Gary, it just goes up and you can store it to either side.
Oh, that's incredible.
You can flip it to the left or flip it to the right, and you're set.
That's incredible. That is absolutely a gorgeous piece. I love the machining. Absolutely gorgeous. Now with a tow bar, obviously you're towing a car.
Absolutely.
Got to stop that car. I see a new Patriot 2 over here.
We do have a new brake system.
Can we take a look at that?
Let's take a look at it.
Okay. So this is the Patriot 2.
It is, Gary.
What makes it the second version?
Well, we did a lot of incredible upgrades into this new brake. The Patriot, the original Patriot, was an awesome, great brake. We still have it in our lineup, but we want to try and make improvements to make it easier for the consumer to use. The original Patriot had an internal battery that gave it a backup in case the car battery went dead. And a battery has a shelf life, usually 2 to 4 years. So we made a change with that, eliminated the battery, put super capacitors into the brake. Okay. So if this would go dead, it charges up in less than a minute. Once it's plugged into a cigarette lighter instead of 24 hours to charge a battery.
Sure.
Okay? We sped up the actuation speed on it by 2 times, so it's a faster brake. Okay. We made the case a little smaller by taking the battery out as well. We lightened it up by 3 pounds.
Well, I noticed that. I mean, you can it's basically nothing because it's amazing.
People come up and they pick it up and they go,
"Where's the guts?"
They're like, "Is that just your demo model?" You know, and it's like, absolutely not. That's our live brake. That's what we sell. And
oh, that's incredible.
It's convenient.
Sure.
Easy to use.
Well, I noticed the pad against the seat. I noticed you have some adjustment on this. You can go up and down.
You can go up and down, or you can actually rotate the pad 180 degrees and make it stand a little bit taller. So this would be your adjustment up here.
Oh yeah.
If you roll it up on this side, we have to take the cord loose.
Oh,
here
that's
real
okay,
quick.
but I see what you're doing,
yeah. It adjusts all the way up. It'll come up to about this height.
That's
make it
virtually any of the cars.
Yeah, it's any of the cars.
You're not limited
in the market.
And how does it communicate, obviously, to the display inside the motorhome?
It's a RF a radio frequency that communicates between the two. We've expanded that range as well so that we can get through the mirrors in the back of the motorhome, stuff like that.
I've had a question in my mind ever since this technology came out.
Yes.
Wi-Fi, in essence, wireless.
Correct.
What if somebody passes me on the road and they've got the same unit?
It's all on a different frequency.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, they run. Each unit is paired with the controller.
Similar to a Bluetooth pairing of a phone with another device?
That is very correct. So that number is set with
unique
this
with that
it's
unit.
Unique completely with that.
This is gorgeous.
One of the other things that we did so that the customer doesn't get confused about anything, we had it previously on the Patriot. We had a control pad.
Yeah.
We eliminated that. There's a power button and a setup button. That's it.
That's all they have to do.
Everything else is controlled through the controller up in the coach. They set everything right from there. But here's the really, technology's growing.
Sure.
And everything is going to Bluetooth today. So the previous Patriot, to change any software as we do different upgrades, the unit had to be sent in.
Sent back.
We would flash it and send it back to the customer. This unit can be upgraded Bluetooth.
No kidding.
Yep.
That's amazing.
So we will have an application available on our website very soon that will allow this to be upgraded via Bluetooth right off of your smartphone.
Oh, that's incredible. So
yeah, it's pretty cool technology.
A lot of good convenience for the owner right there. Absolutely. He's not going to be without the unit. He could do it in a day. Just zap it. Wow, that's incredible.
Make it as easy as we possibly can.
I'm still blown away by how light this thing is.
It is. I mean, the brake in the box has been around for years. There's air-driven systems. Ours is an electric-driven system. That's what makes it a lot lighter. It's fully proportional, so it operates just like a brake control in a pickup.
Exactly.
Okay? And this particular brake, just like our Patriot, it can be used in vacuum over hydraulic brake systems.
Okay.
Or if you have a hybrid car, you don't have vacuum over hydraulic. You actually have a pump that runs the master cylinder, essentially. So when it goes from motor to battery, you don't lose your brakes.
That's amazing.
This will adapt right to that, with a few settings.
That's just so versatile. Now, it's one thing to see it here in the display in the booth, but
it is.
Can we put this in a vehicle to see how it actually connects to the brake pedal and how it actually works?
We can do that. I'd love to.
Let's go do it.
All right, let's do it.
Want me to help you carry that heavy thing?
Yeah, you know what? It's going to take 2 hands, Gary.
All right, so what do we have here?
Well, this is our new Patriot 2. We're going to run through the install on it.
Okay. I see you've reversed the seat pads there.
I have a little bit taller seat in my truck. So I just spun that around, make it easier to get to the seat.
There you go.
I've already installed the breakaway switch on this truck, but the beauty of ours is it's just a single plug. It's like a speaker jack.
I'll be darned.
So the breakaway's mounted on the front of the truck. I ran the cable through and I just tuck and store it right up under the carpet there.
I'll be darned.
This just plugs right into the top of the brake system.
Okay.
So that provides the breakaway in case the vehicle would separate from the motorhome. Okay. The next step in setting it up is just getting your brake claw around the brake pedal. Okay.
Show me how that works.
So here is the brake claw. This actually opens up and holds itself open. Holds itself open so that you can get it over the brake pedal.
Nice and wide.
Yep, and when you get it on, there's a little button here. You just push it, and that releases it and snaps right into place.
Snaps into place.
Yeah, simple as that. And then you can turn this knob, which will lock that into place for you. So
now, do you have to snug that? It's not like a castle nut or not a double nut where you have to snug it down or anything?
Absolutely not.
Real
it's
simple.
Spring loaded, so it goes around the pedal and you're good to go. So after that, what you'll want to do is adjust your seat to the back of the brake system, okay? And it's really pretty simple. You want to tip your seat down with an electric seat as far as
low as it'll go.
Yep. and then just come forward, make sure that the brake is squared up to the pedal, and you're all set there. Okay. It's really pretty that simple.
That is so nice. That is so simple. And of course, then to feed 12 volts to the motor.
Correct. What we'll do is plug the brake in. Okay. And that's going to go ahead and provide our 12 volts.
Now, how much current draw does the internal motor draw?
It's a little bit, about 1.4 amps, 1.5
Just nominal.
amps. Yeah, it's very nominal. And then if it depletes the supercapacitors, it's
charge
like
it up pretty quick.
1/10 of 1 amp to charge that, and it happens in a very big hurry.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. So at this point, we're hooked onto the pedal, the seat's forward. We're going to go ahead and power the unit up, okay? And it's going to tell me to push the setup button, the setup button. The blue light is flashing there. So we'll go ahead and set that.
Goes through an internal self-test, and then
it does. And what it's checking for is to make sure what the level is on that unit.
Okay.
So even if that unit is tipped a little bit, it's sensing that so that we know, or the unit knows where level is.
Right,
it adjusts itself. So even if it's tipped a little bit, it will adjust to itself to level.
Oh, that is amazing.
Now we do offer, this comes in the kit, there's 2 feet that can go on the bottom of this in case you have a deep well in the floorboard. These would go on the bottom to help you get that unit as level as you possibly can.
That is incredible.
Yeah, it's just really easy to use, get in and out.
That is so sweet.
Yeah.
That just makes it so much easier to hook up. I mean, I'm just blown away how simplified. Yet it's got redundancies built in. It's not going to be running off level and all of that.
Right. It's not going to prematurely wear your brakes out on the vehicle, stuff like that.
And the seat, regardless of what type of seat, you're protected there, so you're not going to be damaging anything on the seat at all.
Now, there's some different seats out in the market. Jeep has a couple of funny seats. We actually make an additional piece that's on BlueOx.com. It's called a seat stiffener that attaches to that pad and gives you a bigger,
wider.
Yeah. So that if you have a soft seat front, you can put that on, and that'll eliminate that from pushing that seat back. Okay. As we talked inside, we took the controls off of the top of the brake, so now everything is controlled right up in the dash of the coach.
That's all. That is just amazing.
That is correct. So
now we've got this set up here on the towed vehicle. In the coach, what do they have to do on that display?
It's already set to the middle of the road.
Okay,
as far as the force that it's going to put to the brake pedal.
Right.
So the only thing that the customer has to do is either adjust the force or reduce the force, depending on how big a vehicle they're pulling, things like that. The heavier the vehicle, the more brake you're going to want to add to it to give it more stopping power, Gary. So
man, that is just so nice.
It's pretty cool. And then just like the original Patriot, we have a little button on here that says brake. And what that's used for is if you're in an emergency braking situation and you have to hit it now, you can't wait for that accelerometer to spin up and apply that brake. You push that button, it activates it right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Full voltage or full voltage to the motor to apply that brake.
Yep, absolutely. So it's really easy to use. You can set the force on it with the push of a couple buttons. We've really simplified this thing a lot.
It's almost, I hate to use the phrase idiot-proof, but that's about what it really amounts to.
That's where we're at with it. Absolutely.
Technology, you gotta love it.
Yes, it's just that simple to use. We want to make it as easy as possible for our customers.
That is tremendous. Rick, it's been a pleasure as always.
A pleasure working with you.
I enjoy seeing the advancement in the technology, and Blue Ox is known for that, so what do you know?
Absolutely.
Folks, continuing on here at the 96th International Convention in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana.